And it was my opinion that they were going to attack first. They were going to attack if we didn't do it.
You either expel them or you bring them to justice. Because if you don't, we will.
In 1994, gunned down 29 Muslim worshippers.
Most significant enrichment facility.
I think I was right about that. We attacked first. And if we didn't, it could have been, look, we're really decimating them.
Shalom, praise the Lord, gloria a Dios. As usual, I always come up with something new. As we know, it's a lot of things going on and a lot of people have so many questions, and there are so many people also writing me in the comments and asking me a lot of questions also. So we're going to talk about it and what's going on and what will happen of this outcome. I told you that one in my previous video, but as you know, more and more news coming up, and you see what's going on between Iran, Israel, USA, and the Middle East, and what will happen out of this. All those things are coming, and people are watching, and they are expecting that Messiah is on the way. Of course, Messiah is on the way because Messiah is here. The Moshiach is here. Now, there are so many questions. It's in the YouTube right now, and people are asking. And also, they want to know who is this Moshiach, what Moshiach will like, what he's going to do. I mean, even though there is so many rabbi and Rambam, let them know already through the Torah that what exactly Torah is talking about this Moshiach thing, which is Christian people don't know, and they probably, like I said, that they're thinking that their Moshiach, the Jewish Moshiach, is their Antichrist. Now, more and more I pray and try to get a revelations from the God, and He gives me a more revelation to talk about Jesus, to let them know that He is not the Lord, and He put so many things front of my eyes that I can able to tell you that He wasn't the Lord, or He wasn't the even Moshiach. He probably the not even prophet. Because I'm gonna show you some of those. I'm going to read from Genesis to Numbers to Deuteronomy, a few things, and from the King to make you understand who He's supposed to be. He's supposed to be a king. He's supposed to be a Moshiach, a Messiah. He's supposed to be a prophet. What he's supposed to be, that it's written in from Genesis to the 5 book of the Moses. And you will able to know what I'm talking about. So there is a lot of questions. Let's talk about what's going on and what will be the outcome of this war going on right now. As you know that we're not getting the correct news, sometimes you're getting a news that Iran bombarded, Iran putting a lot of drones and the bombs at the Tel Aviv and all over the Israel, and the other side we are hearing there are 2,000 bombs they dropped the USA and Israel to Iran, and also we heard that Iran is sending all over the Middle East, about 14 different countries are right now being bombarded by Iran and the drone. So all those things are happening. We don't have no idea. Rumors are that his Iranian president, or whatever you call his son, also been killed now. Also we are getting rumor of Netanyahu and his brother both die. Also the Ben Gavir die. I mean, we have no idea who's making all this rumor, but I doubt that Benjamin Netanyahu and Ben Gavir is not dead, probably still alive and safe. So all those rumors are coming. But remember, I told you on my last video, what will happen is, this is second time we invade the Iran. Now this time from the east coast, the ships will come. So right now, if you look the pictures, if you look, Russia is about to involve, because there are rumors that Russia is the one giving all the informations to Iran where to drop. So Iran is already involved. And now there is also news that India helped one of the Iranian ships and bring back to their port. So that's another things that probably United States will be unhappy. So indirectly he's involved now. India is involved, and then the China now they are talking about is China is involved, and then the North Korea is involved. So all these are involved in the east side. So the east from the east, they will get the rumor that they all will involve, and they all will get together and try to bring it down or make United States to come back. And that's what exactly going to happen, that they're going to sit down, they're going to talk about it. Because remember, the war will be continue when the Moshiach will come. Even the Moshiach will be on the throne, the war will be continue for a while. If you read Ezekiel chapter 43, you will understand that war will be going on while Messiah will be on the throne. Let me read that. I think so, it's Ezekiel 43. 1 second, and then we'll see. I'll make you understand. Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel. Okay, Ezekiel 43. So I read, okay, 43, these are, then they said to me, okay. Then the man, let's see, facing the east, and I saw the glory of the God of Israel coming from the east. His voice was like, so if you read chapter 43 of glory return to the temple, when you read, you will know the whole chapter is about Moshiach will be there, and the war is still going on. So the war will be continue while the Moshiach will be there. So what will happen is that meanwhile the USA will make their base in Gaza, and also they will betray Israel sooner or later. Sooner or later they will go against the holy people, and the war will start again. So all those things are in Daniel book of 11 that I read last time. If you read, you will understand. And then the Gog and Magog, the real Gog and Magog, where everybody else will be involved. Right now they are already involved. It's like we can call they're ready to jump in, but it's not going to jump in. So all those things are settled right now, but it's going to be win-win situation, both sides. Regime, they're not going to change the regime. It's going to stay as it is, and the war will be continued. So that's one of the things. The next thing is, like I said, that everybody have questions. Even the now Christians and the Muslims, they all started to wondering where we are going, because according to Torah, according to Zohar, according to Jewish rabbis, and they are listening. They are listening because they know that somebody's coming. And according to Jewish people, they knows that Moshiach is already here. They knows the Moshiach is already here because the perceptions of a Jewish people, how the Messiah will be, is different than Christian people or the Muslim people or the Indian people. Because remember I told you that Indian people believe that Kalki Avatar will come, somebody will come from up there in the white horse. Then on a Muslim people, they believe their Imam will come, and Christian people believe that Jesus will be returned, and then the Jewish people believe their Moshiach will come. Now you see, Christian people believe their Messiah, the Jesus, will come from above, and so whole world will see. Now, I told you that it's not going to happen because he had read the Old Testament, so he was trying to probably figure it out that it's written on a Daniel book 7:13. As my vision continued that night, I saw someone look like man coming with the cloud of heaven. He approached the Ancient of Days. He wasn't the Ancient of Days, first of all. And the second thing, the Son of Man didn't rest on him. Most likely, the Christian people believe that he resurrected and he went up there and he's sitting right hand of the Father and he's the one is coming back. If in that case, then the Daniel prophecy is totally wrong. Now, if you read Daniel prophecy or Daniel book in context, the whole chapter of 7, you will understand the Son of Man came down to see the Ancient of Days. Ancient of Days is not the God. Remember, the way you all thinking, the Christian people, that Ancient of Days or Ancient One is a God. No, he was born before and come back. What is ancient means? Ancient means somebody's old, something antique. That's what it is. It is not Ancient of Days. Ancient of Days, God is always exist. God was always exist. So there is, through him everything was created. So God is not the Ancient of Days. God is God. But the Ancient of Days is somebody was born before, or he was in the beginning. He was in the beginning. Through him, everything was created. Like the first man Adam come, just like that, he could be the Adam. I told you that he was in the beginning. The Moshiach was in the beginning. God had promised him that he will come back again. And he come back as God talk in Daniel, book of Daniel. If you read 12:13, this is what it says. Daniel always asked God, look, you show me everything, you show me all the visions, but you're not telling me when all this thing will happen, or you're not explaining me in detail. So I do not understand everything. So God said, you are very loved one, you are my loved one, and this is what I'm going to tell you. For you go your way until the end. You will rest. At the end of the days, you will receive your inheritance. It's talking about before the end of the days. If there is an end of the day, if it is end, then there is no inheritance. He has to receive his inheritance when there are some days left before the end time. So God had promised him to come back, and that's who I am, Daniel from the dead, as all the rabbis are talking about, all the Torah and Zohar and Tanakh, through Tanakh, everybody knows what I'm talking about, but Christians' perspective is different. They believe that their Messiah is coming from the sky. That's not going to happen. He said that he will come in the end because he saw the Daniel prophecy and he also couldn't understand. He was trying to just figure it out. So he probably said, oh, I am coming end of the days. from up there with my angel. So anyway, more and more I read, God gives me more and more revelations about that and tells me to tell you about Him. I mean, even though, sometimes I don't feel like to, because the New Testament is full of stories, full of parables, full of scriptures, and it is touch your hearts, no doubt. But people do not understand that Satan also knows the old book and the new book. And if the devil is conniving, and devil also good and the bad, he has both of them inside of him. Even though he does good thing for the bad thing. So all those things you all need to understand that, like I'm going to read to make you understand the prophet and the king that God talk about in the Number chapters and the Exodus chapters, that how you can verify. Those are the questions the most of the Jewish people right now is talking about, that this Moshiach will be like what? Who is this guy? So we're going to talk about that, but let me read about few things from let me read to make you understand. Let's read Exodus. Let's read Number 12:6-8. And he said, "Hear now my words. If there be a prophet among you, I, the Lord, will make myself known unto him in a vision, and will speak unto him in a dream." Now let me tell you, I had vision, I had dreams, I had speak mouth to mouth, just like Moses, because he was rest upon me, and only thing he was telling me, build my house. And I must have seen so many dreams and the visions. All the visions that Daniel had, I have seen myself again in this life. So Daniel saw in that life, I saw in this life. So God is showing me what He had promised me, that He will show me everything. And that's why I tell you who I am, what I am. I am the Ancient of Days. I am your Moshiach. I am the Daniel from the dead, as all the rabbis are talking about. Now Christians going to have a hard time again, but I'm going to go through this so you will understand. So God has speak to all three ways. My servant Moses is not so, who is faithful in all mine house. With him will I speak mouth to mouth, even apparently, and not in dark speeches. And the similitude of the Lord shall be behold. Wherefore, then were we not afraid to speak against my servant Moses? Deuteronomy 13:5. If there arise among you a prophet or a dreamer or a dream, and give the sign or a wonder, and the sign or the wonder come to pass, whereof he speak unto thee, saying, let us go after other gods which thou hast not known, and let us serve them. Okay, first of all, remember, as me, I am born and raised in Hindu family. I know all those idols, but I am not preaching you about any of those idols. I am not talking about any of the idols. I am talking about that who sent me to you. I am the one sent me to you, and I am the one is talking about the I am only, nobody else. So listen, if the prophet take you to somewhere else, is a different story. I am not taking you nowhere, but I am telling you who I am. Now listen what the next scripture says. Thou shalt not hear unto the word of that prophet or that dreamer of dream. For the Lord your God prove you to know whether we love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul. Remember, Jesus made his own religion, Christianity. Even though it's like just like the Muslim, they do not believe idols, but they believe in Prophet Muhammad or whoever they are believing, but they're not believing God of, even though they're worshipping the same God as I told you as Jew, because they both are from the same father, but still, people were thinking, no, they were not serving the same God right now. But that's what I'm talking about. Jesus made a new religion out of nowhere and telling everybody to worship him when God is a spirit. And two worshippers worship the God in the spirit and truth. No doubt the Muslim believe that Jesus was just a messenger. So anyway, look what does it says down there. We shall walk after the Lord your God and fear him and keep his commandment and obey his voice, and we shall serve him and cleave unto him. Only God, nobody else. And that prophet or that dreamer of dreams shall be put to death. Now, listen, he died. According to the New Testament, he died. He been crucified. He was betrayed. He suffered. All those things. Now it's written over here. If that prophet, God didn't told him like God told Moses. Okay, do this with your stick. God didn't told him, but he did perform some miracles, and he predicted some. Okay, which is probably not going to happen or did happen, I have no idea. But even if it happened, look what is this. And that prophet or that dreamer of dreams shall be put to death, because he had spoken to turn you away from the Lord your God, which brought you out of the land of the Egypt. So, wait a minute, what the Jewish people supposed to do? Like they said that they are the one killed him. What they supposed to do? When somebody just come and talk about that he is the God, I am the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, and he put I am in the front of him for everything. I am the light of the world. I am the bread of life. When I'm talking about the light, I'm going to explain to you by Isaiah 53 to understand who received that light. And that's how you will know real prophet and real Moshiach, because we're going to read right now 2 Samuel also. And look what it says. Egypt, and redeem you out of the house of the bondage, to thrust thee out of the way which the Lord thy God commanded thee to walk in. So shalt thou put the evil away from the midst of thee. So most likely it could have happened. It could have happened, and they probably put him away. They put him away. But he is not resurrected, because resurrection of the dead is after the last Moshiach. After the Moshiach will come, and he will be resurrected first, and then everybody else will be resurrected. So if you read the Daniel chapter 12:10, it will talk about the resurrection. And if you read the Ezekiel also, 37:38, you will understand the resurrection of the dead is after the Moshiach will come. Not on his time. On his time, everything didn't work out good. The temple was destroyed, which is most important part in Judaism. The temple where God always wanted to dwell. One of the questions, one of the comment I had, that Isaiah 66:1, they're talking about that heaven is my throne and the earth is my footstool. Where can you build me a house? My friend, read Ezekiel chapter also 45, 46, 47, and also read Zechariah chapter, that in Jerusalem, where that was his dwelling place, that was his honey and milk, the land that God had promised to the Jewish people, and he said he will stay with him. He will be among them. And he will make everybody righteous. Everybody will know the God from small to big. All people all over the world will know the God when God will dwell in Jerusalem. And so the dwelling place in Jerusalem where the Solomon had built the first temple. Now remember again, a lot of people have questions, Christian people, oh, Solomon already built the temple. No, it wasn't for Solomon. Yes, it was for Solomon, but God had also told him that what he has to do. I'm going to read from the book of King, to make you understand why he wasn't the one to build the final temple. So we're going to talk about that also. Look, what does it say now? I'm going a little fast because I have little time. So let's read. When thou art come unto the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee, and shall possess it, and shall dwell therein, and shall say, I will set a king over me, like as all the nations that are about me. So remember, they wanted king. Jewish people wanted king because all the nations had king. So this is what God says. So this is where am I going? First of all, I told you about the prophet. If I be dreaming and if I am telling you something, which is I'm not supposed to perform the miracles till I will have the staff in my hand. I don't have my staff, I do not have my crown yet, which is you all will put the crown on me, like I told you, Zechariah chapter 3, when I was up there, I received everything except the crown. Now crown will be built by you all, and the palace will be built by you for me, and you will put the crown. Now I told you, I talk about the prophet, that how you will know the prophet. And so I am not predicting anything which is not written in this book. Only I am predicting from the book to explain to you properly. So remember, my prediction is going to come through the book, and it will happen according to it says in the word. Now look what it says about the king. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy God shall choose. First of all, God have to choose this person. You all cannot make me king. You don't have that power, because it says first the king will be chosen by God. Now look what does it says the next sentence. One from among thy brethren shall thou set king over thee, thou mayst not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother. So he's telling you straight. He's telling you straight. This is from the Deuteronomy. Remember, this is in the beginning. And God is telling that you have to choose from your brethren. Now, of course, I am from India and Hindu, and you all be thinking about how could it be our king. But you know that if you read the word, God, because of our sin and because of our disobedience, because of our stiff neck, we went against him every time he has brought us out of the trouble. So he had said that he's gonna send us in exile where we don't know ourselves who we are. We will be living with a stranger. So you don't know who I am, no doubt, but I am send me to you to tell you that's who I am. Now, remember, I am not taking you to another God, but I'm telling you that God is a spirit. You don't need the God of Christians, or you don't need the God of Hindus, or you don't need the God of Muslims. So, first of all, yes, I am a prophet, I'm a king, and I am the priest. All three things God has given me. So, the next thing, look what he says. But he shall not multiply horses. Of course, he shouldn't be greedy. That's what he's talking about in the end. Okay, neither shall he multiply wives to himself, that his heart turn not away. Neither shall be greatly multiply to himself silver and gold. So down there is telling, that make sure that he just what Solomon did. What Solomon did, he fall into those things. He went, go see he built a temple for the other god. He married to other caste, and he built up himself a wealth. So all those things, it's written, which Solomon didn't do it, and we're going to read about that also. So next, throne of his kingdom, that he shall write him a copy of this law in a book out of that which is before the priests, the Levites. So my job is, as a king, I'm going to have all the laws, book of laws with me in my hand, so I can open and read and explain the word by word. That will be my job, whatever is written in the book of Levites. So, because I am also the judge, remember, I am the prophet, I am the priest, I am the king, and I am the judge. So all those things is been given to me, and that's why I always tell you that I've been exalted above my forefather king, even though my forefather king was exalted above everybody. So that's who I am. Now, next, let's read the book of King, where I explain to you. No, let's read 1 Samuel 16:7. But the Lord said unto Samuel, look not on his consciousness or on the height of his stature. So he's telling, do not look outwardly. Do not look outwardly. Because I have refused him, for the Lord seeth not as a man seeth. The Lord see, the way he see is not the way the men see. So he says, do not look outwardly, look inwardly. So I want you to look inwardly. Don't look outwardly. Who I am, where I come from, how I look, brown, black, white, doesn't matter. What is telling you? Look inwardly. I haven't done anything wrong to you. I'm not trying to put you into the wrong side, but I'm telling you that God has sent me to you, and I am your Moshiach. Next. Outwardly appearance, but the Lord looked on the heart. 2 Samuel 7:12-15. Now this is the most important scriptures in Torah. If Christian people are listening right now, please listen to these scriptures to understand everything is in these scriptures, and it will open your eyes. So this is, and when thy days be fulfilled. So he's talking to King David. Actually, it was given to Nathan. Remember, the prophecy was given to Nathan, and God told Nathan to tell King David, fulfill, and thou shalt sleep with thy father Jesse. After he died with Jesse, I will set up thy seed after thee, which shall proceed out of thy bowl. Now listen, these scriptures is telling you that it's from his ribs, his own son actually. But in the other context, it's telling you his offspring. Now, offspring also considered as his own son, or it's considered sons in his lineage. So let's read out of thy bowels, and I will establish his kingdom. He shall build an house for my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever. I will be his father. So one of the questions just came in today in my comments, that we all are sons of God. We all are sons of God. So let me tell you, I'm not saying that you are not sons of God, but the most likely you can say we all are children of God. But when it comes to son, he has literally explained in the scriptures whom he is going, whose his son will be. So let me read that one. So it says, he shall build an house for my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever. I will be his father. Look at this. I will be his father, and he shall be my son. If he commit iniquity, I will. If he commit the sin, I will chasten him with the rod of men and with the strips of the children of men. Now listen. This Moshiach is a sinner. He is a sinner. So I'm telling you the questions that I'm going to go through, 10, 20 questions that people have. One of the things about this Moshiach will be born of man and woman. This Moshiach will be from the tribe of Judah, from the tribe of King David. He will build the temple. And his throne will be ever and ever and ever. If he sin, he will be punished. Only reason, he still have a flesh. And if he listen, but one thing he would not do to take you to other gods. He would not let you go and let worship the idols, which Solomon did, and that's why Solomon wasn't in the forever. God told him, God literally told him that if you obey my commandments. See, God knows from the beginning to the end. He knows, He's omnipotent, all-knowing, all-presence, past, future, present, everything He knows. And so He knew it that Solomon is going to fall into the trap. And he did it. He got women, he got money, he adultery with idolatry, with the temple he built for his other foreigner wives. So he wasn't the one to build the temple. So let's see over here, what does it say then? And with the strips of the children of men. But my mercy shall not depart away from him, as I took it away from the soul, whom I put away before thee. So the main thing is in these scriptures telling you what Moshiach will be. So I can read some more stuff in the king about the Solomon, which is I already told you why the King Solomon wasn't in the forever. Because this Moshiach will be forever. This Moshiach is resurrected one, and I don't know if I be resurrected again to be completely 100% righteous, or I'm already righteous. I have no idea. I have no idea. Only I know that Lord, Son of Man, rest upon me. The old spirit is left, and the new spirit came in my old flesh. So that's the only thing. But now we're going to go through Isaiah 53 to make you understand what is this guilt offering that people are talking about, that Jesus already did that guilt offering. Now let's go to the Isaiah 53 to make you understand that wasn't the guilt offering. Let's see. God never said to sacrifice your body for guilt offering. So Isaiah chapter 53, which is most important chapter for Christians, because they take this chapter and try to convey all the Jewish people that you are wrong, you are wrong. Let's read You can read the whole chapter you want, but I'm going to read in the bottom to make you understand the front part. Okay, so let's read from Isaiah chapter 53 to 10. I have explained to you before. I'm going to explain to you today, but with a new revelations. Every time I read, God put something new. So let's read this. Yet it was the Lord's will to crush him and cause him to suffer. First of all, wait a minute. We all suffer every day. I've been suffering my entire life. As I know, from when I was little to at this age, I'm still suffering. Temptation is there, the Satan is there, and he's going to try as much as the 53:10 to make you understand. Yet it was the Lord's will to crush him and cause him to suffer. Now we suffer every day. I've been suffering my entire life. And so let's go this way. And though the Lord makes his life a guilt offering, now listen to me. When it says guilt offering, everybody goes straight to the Jesus. That, oh yeah, he made a guilt offering. Now listen what it says. Next sentence. He will see his offspring and prolong his life. Now look, first of all, God made him as a guilt offering. Then he says he will see his offspring and prolong his life. Now, if the Jesus is coming from upstairs, where is his offspring? Oh, you know what they're going to say? The Christian, we are their offspring. No, you are not his offspring. So the thing is over here, first of all, they are wrong over here. They says, it was the Lord will to crush him, and though the Lord makes him his life a guilt offering. Now God can make somebody's life guilt offering, but that doesn't mean he has to kill him. You don't have to die. But most of the people think, oh, when you do the guilt offering, you die. Now look how I come in the picture as a guilt offering. So when I told you my testimony, when he came down, the Son of Man came down, the first thing, listen, I don't care, everybody will think that, that your days are near. You are going to be with either Lord, or you're going to be in the hell, or you will be in the heaven. Only two things you will be thinking about. And when he came and rest upon, before the rest upon me, it was just, he turned out into being the black cloud, the furnace cloud. Now I am more afraid, because now I feel like, oh wow, this could be the Satan now. So first of all, I'm afraid, but this is what I said. I have done a lot of good thing, and I have done a lot of bad thing. Now, the bad thing I did for the good purpose. So whoever it is want to take me, take me. So when I give over my life, I say, I don't want this life anywhere. And when I give over that life, he grabbed me, because I offer myself a guilt offering. Over there, he gave me the prolonged life. I have offspring, I have children, I have grandchildren. I will see my offspring. I may get some more kids, I don't know. But this is what he's talking about, and I got the prolonged life, because that day, I think so, I die. And right away I got the new life. That's called resurrection. I've been resurrected. I've been given prolonged life. And I've been given prolonged life. This life will be last forever. I would not die. That's what he's talking about. Let's read next. He will see his offspring and prolong his days. And the will of the Lord will prosper in his end. Of course, God will give me my inheritance, as book of Daniel talk about. I will have my palace, I will have my land, I will be in Jerusalem, I will be king, and king forever, and king for everybody. After the suffering of Look at this now. After the suffering of his soul, after my soul was suffered all this time, look what he's doing. He will see the light. I saw the light. The God came, the Son of Man. He sent the Son of Man and raised upon me light of the life and be satisfied. And I got satisfied that I am done. Praise the Lord. Build my house. By my knowledge, by his knowledge, my righteous servant will justify many. So through me now, through me, a lot of people will come to know the Lord. A lot of people will understand. All the Christians probably be turned into same God what we worship. So do the Muslim. Because my job, the Shiloh job, is to gathering of all the people. Not only the Jewish people. But God have chosen Jewish people, his own possessions. So this is what it says. And he will bear their iniquity. Now listen to me. I will redeem, but when the people will be redeemed, their iniquities will be upon me. Upon me, I don't have to die on the cross. Now look what he says. And he will bear their iniquity, therefore I will give him a portion among the great, and I will receive my inheritance in the people, they are wealthy. Now listen what he says. And he will divide the spoil with the strong. I will receive all the treasures. I will have gold, diamond, everything, and I will divide, because he poured out his life unto death. I pour out my life into death. I pour out my life. And now look what happened. I am sure there are so many of more, because these scriptures may totally change everything. He says, and was numbered with the transgressors. Wait a minute. First he make me a guilt offering. So how many are there more? Maybe there are some more. I'm not sure. But I've been numbered as a transgressor. And made intercessions for the transgressor. So, my old spirit is right now interceding for many people, or this soul is interceding many people. That's what it's talking about. So, let's go through few questions over here that people have. But this is what I wanted to make you understand, so you can understand what is these Moshiach things. All the Christian people, please listen to this. The Moshiach things, what they're talking about is he will usher in the Messianic age, in the last generation. He will come in the last generation, and it will be the final. His generation his kingdom will be forever and ever. He will be born of the man and woman. First of all, he will be building a temple for God where he will be dwell. He will bring all the Israeli people back. Okay, he will be married. He will have a children. He will have an offspring. He will not be musician, but listen, I don't know. I don't know what can happen later on. I could be a musician. Let's go through some of this to make you faster everything. Who actually is Moshiach? I am your Moshiach. Simple is over, because that's who I am. Son of the man, rest upon me. Moshiach will groom in Arabia. No, Moshiach was groomed in India and then USA. Yes, we are hearing footstep of Moshiach. Yes, he's already here, and you see what's going on. Everything is written in the book of Zechariah, Daniel is happening right now. What will Moshiach like? Well, ordinary men just like you, with the wisdom of God. That's what you're going to see mainly. Moshiach is waiting for the crown. Yes, I am waiting for the crown that you all will give me by faith, just like in Zechariah chapter 6 talking about. You will put the crown in the Joshua head. He is musician, he is not musician right now. Moshiach will usher in when there is a perfect peace. No, there won't be no perfect peace. I will be ushering by the faith now, and there will be war. Isaiah 66:1 that I already talked about, that he needs to a dwelling place in Jerusalem. Are you from the King David? Of course, I have to be from the King David genealogy, because I am the Daniel from the dead, and Daniel was from the tribe of Judah. Are you sent by God? Yes, I am sent by I am. I am the one sent me to you. 5786 year of the Moshiach. Yes, it is, because I explained to you in the last video, if you deduct the 2300 days, which is 6.5 years, from 5,790, you will able to see we are in the right track. Also, there is another rabbi is talking about the number wise. I wrote it down that 5786, and there is 166 years he have done, and so we are in right now 5,952. That means, or 51. That means we still have a 49 years. No, we do not have 49 years, and even if we have a 49 years, I am already here. Maybe you are married, and maybe, that's why I'm early. So, according to my numbers, we have 6.5 years from June. From June, because then you count 2300 days, and we will be on 5,790, which is actually coming in 2032, April the 7th. He will be righteous person. Yes, you can say I'm a righteous through my new spirit. Remember, the flesh don't count. Your spirit is the one count. And God have made my spirit righteous by putting his spirit upon me. King of the world. Yes, I will be the king of the world, not only the king of Israel. He will be judging the people. Yes, I will be judging the people. All those things that I told you is on the way. I am on my way. I am coming, as all the rabbis are predicting and talking about. They're all going to see me. There is no one you will see anymore in YouTube. About 5 years ago when I put video, there are so many of them were there talking about they are Moshiach. They're all gone because they can't stand in front of the light. I am the light of the world. Thank you, and God bless you.